Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com, and I have the Curated Bead Box in front of us today for the month of April 2021. We can already see the theme is called Sea Creations, and this is a box that costs $20 per month with no additional shipping charge to the US. And I have a really good coupon code that's good off of your first month, and that is OOJ35%. I will leave that as well as a link to this box right down below the video so you can find out more about it. But that coupon code makes this box only $13 ship, so it's great especially if you are new to subscription boxes, new to beading especially. Maybe you want to get something for your child or your friend who's expressed an interest in trying out beading. As you can see on the box, we have the list of everything that's included, including the SKU numbers right beside them. You can pop those into their sister site, which is dollarbead.com, and pick up more of those items and also see all the different colors that they have to offer on their site. And if we just take a little look here at this portion of the label, you can see, of course, bead sizes and types may vary due to availability. And also the fact that you will get a finding starter kit with these boxes, which is another reason why I recommend them for newer beaders, especially because you get some very basic stringing items like elastic cord, beading wire, memory wire, head pins, jump rings, ear wires, and lobster clasps. And not to leave out the crimp beads as well. So let's go ahead and open this box and take a closer look at the contents. All right, so everything is in this bundle. And there is a little sneak peek at the color palette that we're going to be taking a look at. So I'm going to get organized and then we'll take a look at everything one at a time. All right, so we have a lot of pinks and some neon colors to take a look at. Great thing to play around with as the weather starts to warm up. And we are gonna start out with our strands. We've got 9 of them to take a look at. These are all glass beads and they're very basic. So think of this as a budget-friendly box. These are not gonna be your high-end, top-of-the-line beads, but that's not what you're paying for with this box. And I'm just thinking, especially as a kid, I would have loved something like this to play around with. That would have been so much fun. Especially in these colors this month. These brighter colors are usually a hit with me as well. So you can see we have these very vibrant pink translucent 10mm beads with these splashes of blue and gold randomly decorating the surface. These are called the 10mm pink peak abstract glass beads. This is a 6.5-inch string. And then next we have a very long strand of these 8mm raspberry rustic glass pearl beads. This is 16 inches, so a ton of beads to work with. You know, just basic rounds, but then these have the extra bit of texture to them, which make these good to mix with maybe more smoother or glossier beads. And there's a close-up look. You can see that they are in good shape and that entire strand there from far away. So you can do a lot with these beads. It's definitely more about quantity over quality. Next we have what they're calling 8mm sangria jade style beads. So we have this kind of lilac color, a pinky purple, purpley pink. These jade style beads are a little bit less translucent, so the color is a bit more concentrated. And then the way that they're shaped, they are round, but they are kind of semi-round in a sense where near the holes they get a little bit flatter, but it's very slight. So that's what you can expect from these jade style beads in this lovely, lovely shade. And then next you might want to put your sunglasses on for these 8mm hot pink and red spot marble style beads, 10.5-inch string. So here we have this combination, and it says red. These to me look a lot more orangey. When I first looked at them, I would definitely call that more of a pumpkin orange color, but it's a fun summery combination. I think especially fun for the kiddos if you're not interested in wearing something quite that bright. You can see how those two tones are showing up on each of the beads, and then you also have that spotted effect where it looks like the color is pulling away a little bit, and that color is showing up on a base of white glass. Moving on down the sizes, we have some 6mm rounds. These are the neon pink crackle beads a 16-inch strand, another really long one. These are in a very vibrant Barbie pink, if you will, and you can see that little bit of crackle detail inside the glass there, which gives them a little extra something besides just being basic plain glass rounds, and it's yet another shade of pink to go with what we already have down below. Next up, we're bringing in some more orange here with the 6mm orange faceted glass beads. This is a 12-inch string, so a decent amount on this one as well. And you can see that they have that little bit of faceting, which makes these look a little more shimmery, kind of catches the light a little bit and introduces another color to work with our pink. And these would, of course, go pretty well with these that already have that kind of orangey tone. And then next up, our strand of blue. These are the 6mm blue agate style glass beads, 10.5 inches of beads on this one. And you can see inside of this slightly translucent blue glass, you have a textural element that they have added in there to make these look a little bit more gemstone-like, maybe to mimic some striations in the gemstones, or how that element inside makes some parts of the beads look a little bit darker and some a little bit lighter. So again, we've got another color in here, and it kind of brings together the colors that are showing up in that first strand that we took a look at. This next one reminds me of creamsicles. So we have a strand of 6mm orange and gold leaf style glass beads, 10.5 inches. On this strand, you can see that creamy orange and the white, and also that little bit of gold leaf that brings some metallic shine in random patches on the outer coating of these beads. So fun combination, especially for summer, bringing in some of that white in here with the orange. So as I stated, these are all glass, but then we actually have a strand of gemstone beads, which I'm happy to see in this box. We actually have a strand of some rose quartz. These are 8mm, and it's a 7.5-inch strand. And I always appreciate when some gemstone beads pop up in this box, because I think it brings a little additional value to the glass beads that we're used to seeing. These, of course, have that very pale pink color, all of them being just slightly different, and they're in good shape. So that is our fun color palette this month called Sea Creations. And every month the color palette will be completely different, so it's a great way to bulk up your stash of basic glass round beads, especially if that's all you really want to work with. They really give you a nice rotation of colors along the way. So besides those beads, we also have some additional items. We've got a bag of these 12 by 4mm silver column metal spacer beads. There's 6 of those inside. Those are pretty cool. And there's what they look like up close, and one that is off to the side so you can see where that hole is. They have that little zigzag rickrack type design, also some dots and lines, and will be a great element to add into some simple beading projects. We also have another bag, this one containing 8 spacer beads. They're 6mm silver striped spacers, and I don't even need to take these out. The holes appear to be a little bit larger, so you might even be able to get away with using these on some heavier cord, but for sure they will come in handy. And then they've also included a focal. We have a 50mm dolphin silver metal pendant. So you can see that dolphin that is playfully swirled around, and then here is a look at the back. So definitely not a top tier quality item, but still very usable and fun for the right purpose. So that is that. And then we also have the Findings Starter Kit, which we get in every one of these boxes, which is another reason why I say it's great for newbies or for kids or somebody who doesn't have a stash built up yet. You get a lot of these basic items that you need to get started and make things directly from the box. And they tend to switch off between gold tone findings and silver tone. This time we have the silver, which went with some of our other items that came in this month's box. And as you can see, we have our bead stringing wire, some memory wire, some stretch cord, some earring findings in the form of fish hook ear wires and some head pins. And we also have bags of jump rings, crimp beads, and lobster clasps. So lots of things to get you going directly from the box. And once again, you can use the coupon code OOJ, 35% to save 35% off your first box, no additional shipping charge in the US, making your first box just $13. And this is exactly what I expect from this box. You see a lot of these types of strands. You get very basic rounds, but different textures and a good mix of colors to work with that will be totally different next month, and then some additional items and all things that you can go back and find at dollarbead.com if you wanted to do that. So I'll leave the coupon code and the link to the subscription right down below. You can find out even more details there. As usual, I enjoy sharing all different types of boxes here on my channel to give you an idea of what's inside so you can decide what's best for you in your specific situation. So if you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful for you, feel free to give it a big thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button while you're here, because I'd love to have you back, and leave a comment down below if you'd like to do so. I'll be back again real soon, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy beading.